Hello, welcome to Late Night Stocks. Thank you very much for your many positive feedbacks on our videos. Today, I will analyze and compare Apple and Xiaomi stocks. Which one is better? Should you buy them now? Let's start with first Xiaomi stock and continue with Apple afterwards. The stock price hit 36 Hong Kong dollars on the 9th of January. After the ban from Trump on the 10th, it dropped 40% to 20 Hong Kong dollars. The ban is lifted on 9th of May. The US government has agreed to lift the Trump-era ban on Chinese tech company Xiaomi. 5 days before the end of President Trump's administration, Xiaomi is added to list due to National Defense Act. American investors were barred from buying Xiaomi shares. After the ban is lifted, stock price hit 30 Hong Kong dollars or 3.8 American dollars with $95 billion market cap. Can we see 36 again? Let's analyze the company and its last earnings results comparing to Apple stock. Let's get into the video. Lei Jun founded Xiaomi in 2010 as a software company and created MIUI, which is an operating system like Android or iOS. MIUI brought them flexibility and independence, which is a competitive advantage against other smartphone manufacturers using Android. MIUI has reached 330 million people by March 2020. The company entered smartphone market with Mi 1 in 2011. They sell now not only smartphones but also TVs, wearables, IoT products and services. They have an experienced board. The founder Lei Jun is still president of the company. He is carrying company's vision over 10 years. In addition to that, two members of executive board, the founder Lei Jun and Lil Bin, have 20% shares of the company. Let's quickly have a look at the company's products. As you see, the company is providing huge variety of products for different customer segments. They have ranging product from $100 to $1,000 so that they are getting huge market share in low-income countries. They added Mi Mix Fold, a foldable smartphone in their portfolios recently. In addition to smartphone, Xiaomi has also producing smart TVs like Samsung. Not only smartphones and TVs, they are also selling IoT products. The company is selling the smartphones in very low profit margin to reach more people, extend the sales in IoT products. High quality 360 AI supported security cameras, robot vacuum cleaners, smart clock with voice assistance, smart bedside lamp connecting to your sleep cycles, and air purifier and LED lamps bring these smart home IoT products to every part of our lives. They are even selling electric scooters and wearables. All these smart products are also easily connected to Android and iPhone. For example, I have Mi Band 5, but I am using iPhone, which works perfectly. Smartphone industry is stagnating, as you see from the graph. We had even decrease in 2020 due to coronavirus pandemic. Although last 5 years we didn't see a huge growth, Xiaomi is increasing its market value and its market share. Here you see the market share quarterly since 2009. It can be hard to read, let me help you. The blue in the bottom is Samsung, holding its market share steadily, but it is decreasing since 2013 due to other competitors. Above that we have a dark blue, Huawei. The company has impacted very badly by US ban. The gray color is Apple, which has steady market share over the years. Analysis of Apple stock, I will come there in a minute. Xiaomi is the red color. Although they started late, they had a huge growth over the years, getting the market share of their competitors. When we look at the Q1 2021, Xiaomi is the third after Samsung and Apple which is really impressive in my opinion. I wonder if they can beat Apple or Samsung in future. The company is holding fourth market share in its own country, China. Vivo, Oppo, and Huawei have 62% in total. Can they keep their places? While Huawei is losing blood, Xiaomi is aiming the third place. In India, they have taken the lead from Samsung and reached 26% market share. As I said earlier, with low profit margins, they are selling high quality products in low prices. Then they become market leader in low income countries like India. When people buy smartphones, they also buy wearables and other IoT products from Xiaomi. Xiaomi is also growing aggressively in Europe. As you see, they had 11% in 2020, now 18%. Such a huge rise in a 1 year. Apple and Samsung are dominating Europe, but in some countries, Xiaomi is getting ahead. For example, in Spain, Xiaomi became the leader with over 30% market share. Samsung and Apple are losing their ground. In Italy, Samsung smartphones are still best sellers, but Xiaomi gets ahead of Apple. Speaking of market share, let's check Q1 earnings before making a price prediction. The revenue increased by 55% year over year, which is really impressive. 70% of this revenue comes from smartphones. They sold 50 million smartphones in the first quarter of 2021 compared to 30 million in 2020, which is really huge increase. 23% of revenue comes from these IoT products. It increased 40% year over year, and the rest 8% comes from internet services, creating revenue from advertising business and subscription services. Here you see the expected revenue until 2023. The company is expected to grow with this pace over the next 3 years. Net profit margin is still questionable. It is around 8% now. Can they go over 10-15% range? We will see. The gross profit margin increased from 8.1% to 12.9%. This increase was mainly due to supply shortage and improved product mix from low to high segments. We need to here mention that in comparison to Xiaomi's 8% net profit margin, Apple has 24%. In the Q1 earnings, they also one more time underlined that their core strategy is smartphone and AIoT ecosystem. What is AIoT? It stands for Artificial Intelligence of Things. Excluding smartphones and laptops, their AIoT platform reached to 350 million products as of 31st of March. And 6.8 million people are using more than 5 IoT products excluding smartphones. That is huge. As you see, they want to sell 5 products to one person. The last but not the least, they repurchased shares at around 24 to 27 Hong Kong dollars. These levels looks like the optimal places to buy the stock if the price comes back there. As I mentioned earlier, smartphone sales are stagnating, so these players go into different industries. Xiaomi plans to invest $10 billion into electric cars. Like Apple and Huawei, Xiaomi is also targeting the vehicle industry, and they are betting on autonomous connected future cars. CEO Lei Jun says that he has a deep pocket, and he underlines that he doesn't need outside investors. He also says that this project can take 3 to 5 years with $10 billion investment. The rumors about Apple Car actually started 7 years ago in 2014 with Project Titan. They hired 1,000 car experts and engineers and started this project near Cupertino headquarters. Since 2014, the Apple Car project has seen multiple leaders and changes of hundreds of employees. In December 2020, it is confirmed with Reuters that Apple Car is coming in 2024, but some analysts said that it can expand to 2027. In the last months, Apple lost against several top managers of self-driving team. So the Apple Car project is in sideways at the moment. Speaking of Apple, the stock price is now $125 with $2.1 trillion market cap. The stock price hit its 52 weeks and all-time high at $145 on the 18th of January. Can we see that again? Apple beat the estimates with the impressive Q1 earnings. They had $90 billion revenue with $23 billion profit. The Wall Street was expecting 99 cents, but they managed to get $1.4 earnings per share. We can expect to see huge revenue jump in 2021 due to coronavirus pandemic. People needed and bought iPads and other electronic devices in these times. Most of the people needed and bought iPads and other electronic devices. In the next 3 years, revenue expectations doesn't correspond to a huge growth. 50% of their revenue comes from iPhone, which is not a growing market. Unlike iPhone, we see a substantial growth in services, wearables, Macs, and iPads. When we look at the US smartphone market, they are still the leader. However, in other countries, as I showed you before, they are losing market share to its competitors such as Xiaomi. When we compare Apple and Xiaomi, Apple has $2.1 trillion market cap compared to 20x market cap of Xiaomi. When we calculate the price to sales ratio with 2021 expected revenues, Xiaomi has very low 1.83 price to sales ratio. Due to high profit margin of Apple, Wall Street expects $86.75 billion net profit. On the other hand, 7% net profit margin can bring Xiaomi $3.7 billion profit. If we take PE ratios of 28 and 32, that brings us $150 for Apple and 36 Hong Kong dollars for Xiaomi, which is around 20% from these prices. Does it worth to take the risk? After the ban was lifted, the stock price of Xiaomi is already increased 20%. We know that the company repurchased shares around 24 to 27. If stock price comes to 24, then we have 40 to 50% price potential. If stock price comes to 24, then we have 40 to 50% upside potential for this year. It is better to wait and see in my opinion. When we look at the stock price of Apple, this is a weekly graph and every stick represents a week. Historically, Apple takes turn after it hits 100 weeks average. So if there is a market correction in the short term, we can see $100 to $110 range. Then we have 40 to 50% upside potential to reach $150 price target for this year. As a result, Apple is very strong, reliable company with impressive balance sheet. But due to slowing growth of smartphone industry, we don't expect a big growth after 2021. If you can manage to enter at a good price point, it has 40 to 50% upside potential this year. When we look at Xiaomi, the company is growing aggressively and increasing market share in growing industry. They look like in the early days of Samsung, which has $500 billion market cap. If they manage to keep this revenue growth and enlarge their portfolio in AIoT products, they can reach to $100 billion revenue, doubling $50 billion revenue in 3 to 5 years. With price to sales ratio of 2.5, they can reach half of the Samsung's market cap, $250 billion. If United States doesn't bring another ban, the stock price can triple in the long term. Thank you very much for watching till the end. We need your likes and your subscription to grow our channel.